Hey, 49ers faithful. We are diving straight into all the latest updates surrounding our San Francisco 49ers, and it has been a roller coaster of a season so far. Things started with some moves that had fans excited, like acquiring Keion White and Cleveland Ferrell, additions that seemed to strengthen the team. But just a few days after those moves, disaster struck when Mel Williams suffered a season-ending injury. To make matters worse, the other starting defensive end, Nick Bosa, has also been sidelined, leaving both opening day starters out with torn ACLs. The impact on the pass rush has been immediate and painful. With the defense struggling to generate pressure, the Niners have faced some brutal games. Just recently, the Arizona Cardinals quarterback Jacoby Brissett had an astonishing 57 dropbacks at State Farm Stadium, yet San Francisco managed to pressure him on only 13 of those attempts. And sacks? 0. It marked the third game this season where the Niners did not record a single sack, highlighting the struggles that are becoming increasingly unsustainable for a team looking to compete at the highest level. Currently, the Niners have accumulated only 12 sacks over 11 games, projecting to a season total of just 18.5 sacks, which would be the lowest since sacks were officially recorded in the NFL. Bryce Hoff, surprisingly, leads the team with 4 sacks, while Nick Bosa, out since Week 3, remains stuck with no sacks recorded since Week 2. When looking at the overall pass rush, the numbers are stark. 32nd in the league for sacks, 26th for total pressures with just 107, 19th for hurries at 79, and dead last in pressure rate at 26.23%. These are alarming statistics for a team that has championship aspirations. But there is a silver lining as the Niners prepare for a primetime matchup at Levi's Stadium against the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers have struggled just as much, if not more, with their pass rush, and the numbers tell the story. Carolina has managed 16 sacks, placing them 28th in the NFL, and their total pressures are at 142, ranking 30th in the league. Hurries stand at 90, putting them 25th overall, while their pressure rate is slightly better than the Niners at 38.17%, illustrating that both teams lack significant ability to consistently disrupt opposing quarterbacks. San Francisco's offensive line, though inconsistent, should give Brock Purdy plenty of time in the pocket, meaning this game might not be one filled with explosive defensive plays if you enjoy watching relentless pass rushing. On the offensive side, Carolina has struggled immensely. Bryce Young, entering the back half of last season, showed promise compared to C.J. Stroud, but this year his performance has regressed. Limited mobility and a weaker arm have hindered his ability to consistently move the offense. Credit must go to head coach Dave Canales for keeping the Panthers competitive despite these limitations. The team averages just 18.8 points per game, ranking 28th in the league, with offensive yardage sitting 22nd overall. They are 26th in yards per play and struggle in critical situations, ranking 24th on third downs and 20th in the red zone. Defensively, the Panthers are slightly better, ranking 13th in points allowed per game and 15th in yards per game, which is impressive considering their inability to get consistent pressure. Their ability to tighten up in the red zone has helped them remain competitive, with Bryce Young completing under 63% of his passes for just 1,962 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions, producing a quarterback rating of 86. These numbers are favorable for the Niners, giving them a chance to win and move to an 8-4 record, boosting playoff positioning as the season progresses. Shifting attention to San Francisco's quarterback situation, there's growing buzz surrounding backup quarterback M. Jones. Stepping in for Brock Purdy when injury struck, Jones delivered a remarkable 5-3 record during his starts, showcasing his ability to lead and win games. With his starting stint concluded, he has emerged as a key trade candidate for 2026. Several teams in need of a quarterback will naturally consider him, especially in a draft year where college quarterback prospects may return to school, thinning the pool of available talent and increasing the value of an established player like Jones. Elite coaching has been instrumental in his success, with Kyle Shanahan maximizing Jones' skill set and allowing him to thrive in a system that suits him. His affordable contract and proven ability to step in during critical games make him a valuable asset for San Francisco, and discussions around potential trades will surely dominate the offseason narrative. The real question is whether the Niners would part with him, considering his ability to provide stability and performance at a very reasonable cost, especially given the injury history of Brock Purdy. Jones completed nearly 70% of his passes over 8 starts, throwing for more than 2,100 yards with 13 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, many of which were not entirely his fault, posting a quarterback rating of 97.4 and averaging 268.9 passing yards per game, placing him among the league's top performers during that stretch. These developments set the stage for a fascinating continuation of the season, both in terms of on-field performance and potential roster decisions. Continuing with the San Francisco 49ers story, the season has thrown challenges and opportunities in equal measure. With the defensive line struggling due to injuries and the pass rush lagging behind the league, it has put immense pressure on the rest of the defense to step up. The absence of Nick Bosa and Mel Williams has created a vacuum that no single player can fill alone, forcing younger players and rotational contributors to take on more responsibility. This has tested the depth of the roster and highlighted just how important scheme and coaching are when key pieces are sidelined. Despite these setbacks, the team has found ways to remain competitive, relying on disciplined coverage, timely tackles, and intelligent play calling to keep opponents in check. It has not been pretty, and the stats make that clear, but the Niners' resilience cannot be overlooked. Every team experiences injuries, but the combination of defensive struggles and inconsistent pass rush has put the spotlight on San Francisco's adaptability and coaching acumen. On the offensive side, Brock Purdy's return from injury has been a relief, providing stability and leadership in the huddle. His ability to read defenses, make quick decisions, and protect the football has been vital for a team attempting to navigate a season filled with uncertainty. The offensive line, and the younger receivers have had to rise to the occasion. In many ways, this season has tested the entire offensive unit's chemistry, and Purdy's performance has been a steadying influence, allowing the team to remain in playoff contention despite the challenges. Meanwhile, Jones has become a central figure in discussions about the Niners' future. His performance during Brock Purdy's absences has proven that he is more than capable of stepping up when called upon. With a solid completion percentage, good yardage totals, and a quarterback rating that reflects efficiency, Jones has positioned himself as a valuable trade asset while simultaneously proving his worth to San Francisco. Teams around the league in need of a quarterback are keeping an eye on him, especially as the upcoming draft class may lack depth due to top prospects returning to college. This scarcity increases Jones' value, and any team looking for a reliable, proven quarterback will see him as a strong candidate. For the 49ers, the decision to trade or retain him will involve balancing immediate competitive needs with long-term strategy. Keeping Jones provides insurance against injuries, maintains continuity, and ensures that the team can compete at a high level without overextending financially. On the other hand, trading him could bring significant draft capital, potentially bolstering multiple areas of the roster. From a strategic standpoint, Kyle Shanahan's role cannot be overstated. His ability to develop quarterbacks and create a system that maximizes players' strengths has been evident throughout the season. Both Purdy and Jones have benefited from his guidance, showing growth and consistency that may not have been possible elsewhere. The Niners coaching staff has had to adapt constantly, addressing injuries, managing workloads, and adjusting game plans to account for limitations in personnel. Their success in keeping the team competitive speaks volumes about the effectiveness of their preparation and adaptability. As the season progresses, matchups like the upcoming game against the Carolina Panthers become pivotal. Both teams share struggles in the pass rush, which means the outcome may hinge more on offensive execution, quarterback decision-making, and limiting mistakes than on dominant defensive plays. San Francisco's ability to protect the quarterback, make precise throws, and exploit matchups in the secondary could determine the final score. Conversely, any lapses in coverage or turnovers could give Carolina the edge, despite their own offensive struggles. These scenarios highlight the thin margins in the NFL and how a team's overall resilience and preparation often decide critical games. Looking beyond the immediate matchups, the Niners are navigating a season that tests depth, strategy, and adaptability. Injuries have forced adjustments on both sides of the ball, and while some statistics reveal shortcomings, they also illuminate the potential for growth and opportunity. Each game becomes a chance for younger players to develop, for the coaching staff to experiment with schemes, and for the team as a whole to demonstrate perseverance. With playoff positioning in mind, every win carries extra weight, and every performance, both positive and negative, informs decisions for the future. The balance between competing now and planning for long-term success has never been more delicate, and the Niners' front office and coaching staff are constantly weighing these factors in real time. In summary, the San Francisco 49ers' journey this season has been shaped by adversity, opportunity, and the ongoing evaluation of talent and strategy. The defensive line struggles, the spotlight on M. Jones, Brock Purdy's leadership, and Kyle Shanahan's coaching ingenuity all combine to create a narrative rich with intrigue and potential. Fans can expect exciting developments as the team continues to navigate injuries, roster decisions, and playoff positioning. Each game offers new storylines, from player development to tactical adjustments, and every performance contributes to the broader picture of a season defined by resilience, adaptability, and the constant pursuit of excellence. With critical matchups on the horizon and potential roster moves looming, the focus remains on how the Niners can capitalize on opportunities, overcome challenges, and maintain a path toward a successful postseason. Looking forward to the playoff picture, every decision regarding personnel, draft strategy, and game day execution is magnified. The 49ers' ability to navigate injuries, capitalize on matchups, and maximize the potential of both starters and backups will define their path. M. Jones remains a central figure in this equation, representing both insurance and potential trade leverage. How the team balances short-term performance with long-term planning, how they integrate talent into Shanahan's system, and how they address defensive deficiencies will all play pivotal roles as the season progresses. The blend of opportunity and challenge is evident in every game, from offensive execution to defensive adjustments, from quarterback decisions to roster management. Each facet interconnects, creating a complex but compelling picture of a team striving to remain competitive despite obstacles, poised to make critical moves that could shape both the present season and future campaigns. The narrative of the Niners this season is one of resilience, adaptation, and strategic calculation. With a mix of injuries, underperformance in key defensive metrics, and the emergence of potential trade scenarios, the team faces a landscape that demands smart decisions, decisive execution, and the ability to capitalize on every opportunity. Whether it is leveraging matchups against struggling opponents, integrating backup talent like M. Jones at critical moments, or finding ways to generate pressure without the edge rushers, the 49ers' path forward is defined by both the challenges they confront and the opportunities they create. Each game, each adjustment, and each decision contributes to the larger picture, as San Francisco positions itself not just to survive the season, but to compete at a high level and secure a foothold in the postseason. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers are swirling through the league, and one name seems to dominate every sideline conversation. ANTOINE Winfield Jr., the safety sensation, known for his instinctive reads and relentless pursuit of the football, has reportedly landed with the San Francisco 49ers, and insiders suggest his presence could completely alter how big plays are defended in the conference. Sources close to team circles hint that Winfield Jr.'s arrival is more than just another roster move. It's a statement. For years, quarterbacks have looked at the 49ers' secondary and planned deep shots over the middle, but the chatter now suggests those days may be numbered. Winfield Jr.'s unique combination of speed, anticipation, and physicality makes him a nightmare for receivers stretching the field. League analysts are already speculating that his ability to read the quarterback before the snap and close down passing lanes in a blink could force opposing teams to rethink their entire aerial strategy. There's talk that his presence will allow the 49ers to take more risks elsewhere on the field, knowing that Winfield Jr. can cover ground that would normally leave the defense exposed. Rival coaches are reportedly scrambling, adjusting their playbooks in secret meetings, trying to figure out how to navigate a secondary suddenly described as intimidatingly versatile. The locker room buzz is just as intense. Teammates are said to be energized, almost feeding off Winfield Jr.'s reputation as a cerebral, high-energy defender. Rumors suggest he brings an infectious intensity that transforms not just individual plays, but the entire defensive mindset, pushing the team toward a more aggressive, ball-hawking style. Meanwhile, fans have already begun speculating on social media, imagining scenarios where game-breaking plays are snatched from the air, interceptions return for touchdowns, and big plays that once seemed inevitable suddenly evaporate under Winfield Jr.'s shadow. Whether this move signals a broader shift in the 49ers' defensive philosophy or is simply a calculated gamble remains the hottest topic in the league. One thing, however, is clear. Wherever Antoine Winfield Jr. goes, he changes the conversation. And if the rumors hold true, quarterbacks across the conference may soon find themselves staring down a defender who makes the deep ball feel like a riskier proposition than ever before. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.